Good Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. On this cloudy morning, there's a little bit of light rain showers moving through as a cold front makes its way through the region this morning. This is the video forecast discussion for Wednesday, the 27th of January, 2016. Looking across the forecast region early this morning, we have a little bit of mid and low level cloud cover across the region as the cold front's making its way through, and a little bit of light rain showers are showing up along the front, especially over southern New Jersey. They're very light, and some very light rain and drizzle out in central Long Island and eastern Long Island, Montauk Point, and parts of interior Connecticut this morning. Lots of clouds around the region early this morning, breaks the sunshine coming in later, and this is some cold air advection. We've got temperatures already this morning with the cloud cover in the upper 30s to lower 40s across the entire forecast region, but notice back behind the cold front, temperatures are starting to slide back off into the 30s and back into the 20s as we head into western Pennsylvania, where we have some light snow coming downwind the lakes here, and also through central Pennsylvania this morning. Just a little bit of flurry activity as cold air advection works into the forecast region. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have small craft advisories on the coastal waters of the South Shore and east ends of Long Island, the New Jersey coast too, all the way down to the Delmarva until this afternoon. And could find a little bit of wind gust later this morning, subsiding later this afternoon. And there's no outlooks for these advisories to continue for tomorrow, so they'll be dropped off later this afternoon. They could be redeveloping across the region again on Friday night. And Saturday, some sub-small craft advisory conditions early, then winds increase to near those levels again during the afternoon and evening, and back down to below sub-small craft advisories again for the weekend. On the aviational weather deck for today, basically VFR conditions after the light rain moves through this morning, and the cold front moving through the region as well. Should be offshore before dawn this morning, which is already occurring, and within an hour or so of that time. So expect conditions to improve later this morning, with the impacts being very little, just some lower visibilities in some of the rain showers this morning. Once it moves through, expect clearing to commence. Light southwest winds becoming westerly, and then northwesterly behind the front, as it's already doing right now. And we'll have some gusts up to around 20 knots possible during the afternoon. Otherwise, they'll be decreasing less than 5 to 10 knots overnight. VFR conditions Thursday, VFR conditions Thursday night, possibly a little lower, in some snow showers possible northern areas on Thursday night, otherwise VFR. And generally VFR on Friday, again, some snow showers are possible in the north very early. Gusty west to northwest winds at 25 to 30 knots, introducing a colder air mass coming in. Friday night VFR, Saturday and Sunday VFR during the day. Lower ceilings and visibilities possible developing Saturday night and Sunday morning. Right now outside of Newark, we're in VFR. We've got 41 degrees, dew point 31, humidity 67%. The wind is west at 9, visibility is 10, few clouds at 5,200 and 7,500, and VFR conditions in place and expected for today. Philadelphia 41, dew point 34, humidity 75%. The wind is already northwest at 7, visibility is 10. And it's nice outside considering this time of the morning. Breaks in the broken clouds at 4,500, 6,500, and finally it's cloudy right now at 7,500, but VFR conditions in place. GFS forecast into motion. Well, there's not light snow showers here. That's just a little bit of light rain. This is overdone this morning already as it's moving off the coast, and they're just light rain showers. Colder air is coming in for this afternoon, but still temperatures getting into the lower 40s today before they're dropping off tomorrow. Now we have a little bit of convection here this morning, some showers and thunderstorms, even a tornado watch box out here briefly until, well, it's expired already at 5:45 this morning. And this rain shield will be moving along the frontal boundary and out to sea. Next system comes in, and this is the one that we were watching for Thursday and Friday. This one in the southern stream here along the frontal boundary will head out into the ocean, and this will begin to move in towards the Great Lakes in southeastern Canada. This will drag a cold front through the region again on Friday, and after that passes, just a slight chance of precipitation here. Could be some light snow showers around the region, particularly on Friday morning, and then again on Saturday morning as well. But other than that, high pressure building in once again over the weekend. A warm front sets up, and that means milder air streaming into the forecast region over the weekend, with generally dry conditions on Saturday. The next system in the polar branch here diving down towards southeastern Canada and Alberta and Montreal here, and south of the Hudson's Bay region. But it's a warm atmosphere building up as a warm front begins to develop across our region and stays put. Generally quasi-stationary through the early part of next week as areas of low pressure then from the plains, and then here's another one in the southern branch here of California producing rain and snow in the mountains here. These are all heading to the north and east. Notice the ridge axis here, mild air outstreaming ahead of it. And with these disturbances, they'll be able to move into southeastern Canada, but they'll be weakening on the southern flank with just a widely scattered shower around the region here or there, but generally dry weather and very little precipitation until next week. Now this is where the next system gets going, and it gets out into the plains, snow on the northwest side, and the low pressure here with lots of rain and thunder out through the central and southern plains here, and then that moves into the Ohio and Tennessee River, Mississippi River Valley area. We get some moderate pockets of rain around here on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening as the cold front moves through the region. First the warm front, then the cold front. It could be enough of cold air at the start on early Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon that this provides a little bit of freezing precipitation, but right now the atmosphere just looks too warm with these thicknesses to support that. So it's just looking like rain, and rain could come down moderate to heavy during that period on Thursday, Wednesday night, and Thursday morning before that cold front moves off the coast. And then somewhat colder air. Now, this is much colder air building in across the forecast region for the mid to the late part of next week. So right now we're basically in a late January thaw, which sometimes happens. It happens at different times of January, different years, depending on how the upper air pattern is set up. So we're definitely in for that right now, but we already see another strong stratospheric warming event here happening. And by the time we get out to 15 days from now, the polar vortex is split, and it's located right here with one of these split here over Hudson's Bay, Canada. The warming continues over the top. We've got high pressure building over the top of the poles here, bleeding into the poles, and that's going to allow the cross-polar flow and all the cold air. Warmer conditions on the west coast then take hold. We get a negative NAO, a negative positive PNA, negative Arctic oscillation, active subtropical branch. You guessed it, the relaxation in the pattern only lasts so long, and then we're going back down into stormy times by the middle of February. So again, late at night, early morning hours over the next couple of days, you're going to have to watch for those black spots, the continual melting of the snow during the day and the refreezing at night. And of course, we'll have to watch for those little flurry activity here and there into the early part of the weekend, then a warming trend, and then back down into the cold by the mid to the late part of next week. Not abnormally cold, but colder than we've seen as this pattern continues to seesaw as we head out of the thaw and back into a colder regime heading into the month of February. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a great Wednesday.